Welcome to Sports Jazz once again, Isaac, Josh. We are in the building, and today we are here to serve Liverpool fans. It's been a long time. They've waited forever, but it looks like deals are getting done, as Anslot had said. When they find the right player, they are going to get them. And guess what, Liverpool fans? The day is today. Once again, welcome to Sports Jazz, Isaac and Josh. Josh,
Yes.
we have a deal yesterday. You know what? Let's first talk about Federico. Federico to Liverpool. Deal almost. The transfer fee is almost. Sorry, everything has been done. You know, let me make it official. Federico to Liverpool. Here we go, as Fabrizio does. Anyway, yeah, it turned out he was a surplus to Juventus, as per the new manager, Thiago. But guess what? Liverpool have finally got a very, very good player, very, very talented. At one point, Barcelona wanted him. I thought he was. I thought he was going to Barcelona. I thought he was really headed to Barcelona. But guess what, Liverpool? You have a 26-year-old player. He's a forward. He's Italian, leaving Juventus, coming to Liverpool. Josh, a few things about the player.
Yeah, Federico Chiesa is a very good player. I mean, I admired the boy since he broke out with Fiorentina. But
Yeah,
he had such a good season at Fiorentina that Juventus came in 2020 and scooped for his services, initially taking him on loan, but they had an obligation in the deal to make it permanent. And
yeah,
he played very well for Juventus on loan, and they did activate the obligation and they bought him. So he's been at Juventus since 2020, and he managed to make the Euro team for 2021 that won the championship
yeah,
against England on penalties. Yeah.
yeah,
But he was the brightest. You should know he was the brightest player in that Italian side. He's very electric. He has a lot of trickery. He's direct. The pace on him is out of this world. The only understatement on Federico Chiesa is his injuries. He's struggled a bit with a few injuries, a few niggles here and there. And the worst of them all was, I think, earlier last season when he tore his ACL, and he spent 9 months out. That
mm,
is the longest that he has been out. But if the player is healthy, that is a very, very, very good cover for Mohamed Salah, and he can play across the whole of the front line, given his pace, and he has a good head on his shoulders. So he's a proper footballer. Anslot can play him in the most obvious role as backup for Mohamed Salah, and you can know that Liverpool fans will have gotten a player um, who when he comes on for Mohamed Salah, the level does not drop too steep because he has the quality. He's a very good player.
he's a very good player. As I said, he was headed to as soon as he was informed. A few other players too at Juventus that they are surplus and they should find teams. Uh, Barcelona stepped out first, and I thought he was going to Barcelona. I read that even his wages were meetable. You know, not these crazy wages. But I don't know how it was all
Yes,
twisted, and
Federico.
Liverpool took over. Mm. Yes,
Yes.
Josh.
Richard Hughes has been in the wings ever since. Yeah, Richard Hughes has been in the wings ever since August started. He's been looking for solutions to add to Anslot's team. How does he strengthen the team? Much as the team is in good shape, but it needs some squad depth given the new format of the Champions League that will have teams playing a bit more games than usual. So
Yeah.
Liverpool needs to have and a player who can substitute, who can be a substitute for their most informed player, for their flagship player, that is Mohamed Salah, whose quality is just as good as Mohamed Salah. Or when Federico Chiesa is playing in place of Salah, at least the quality will not be that different. And he has had the experience. He has been around. He has played at Juventus. He has played in the Champions League. He has played at the European Championships. So he's in good stead for Liverpool. So when Richard Hughes had that there was an opportunity to acquire the services of Federico Chiesa, it came like a manna from heaven for him, because much as the deal was there to be struck, it was within Liverpool's limits. Federico Chiesa has only cost about 10 million pounds, and his salary, he earns 80,000 per week. So even if Liverpool gave him a bumper deal and they paid about 120, those are
Yeah,
not
that's okay.
wages that, yeah, that
Mm.
is okay. Those are not wages that can scare you off a player. So and imagine they will get a 26-year-old experienced player at 120, 150. The wages, I don't know about them yet, but I don't expect them to be wild for on a 4-year contract. So that is it was a very opportunistic deal for Liverpool, one that Richard Hughes had to do.
Yeah, I know. Federico is a very, by the way, he's very, very talented. At one point when we had, when Manchester United had Van Gaal, I do not remember, but there were rumors that United were interested. But yeah, well, again, still on
I
Federico,
think it was,
he's very good.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was the time. I think it was the time of Jose Mourinho. Personally,
Mm,
I liked the player. I wanted that type of player, that type of winger, and he would have come in for a position that was problematic for United for a long time. That is
mm.
on the right wing forward, but he went to Juventus, left Fiorentina, went to Juventus, and is now a Liverpool player.
He's a
Liverpool fans
Liverpool
should
player.
be excited. They should not be worried about Federico Chiesa having been surplus to requirements at Juventus. He's not a bad player one
No,
bit.
he's not. He's not. He's not a bad player. He's very good at possessing. In other, he possesses good stamina. His acceleration is good. Dribbling skills are also good. He usually plays as he has been playing as a left winger. Sometimes they've been played him on the left side. But
Yeah, but
I mean, on both ends, right, he's very good coming in from the right. He's good at shooting. I think even with the injury at even with the injury at Juventus, he only missed six, not more than 8 games. By the way, 8 Juventus
oh,
goals. Sorry, games.
Federico Chiesa, when fit, he's a player
Mm.
you must play, because he's electric. He has he smells blood every time that he plays. As a Liverpool fan, you're on the edge of your seat, because I mean, he has so much energy and he can beat his opponent with ease. He's one of those players who is not scared to take on an opponent. And the good thing that he's versatile. He can play across the front line.
I also think it's a good deal. I mean, 10 up front with the 2.5 add-ons, altogether 12.5. It's a very, very good deal for Liverpool. And Josh, uh, uh, we've seen the club Liverpool. Liverpool's priority was to sign, was to bring more strength and more players in the midfield. But why are they
Yeah.
signing Chiesa now? I mean, I think right now the total is adds up to 6 attackers for Anslot to use,
Yeah.
because they have the win,
Yes.
they
And
have Nunez. Sorry, they have the win, they have Diaz, they have Salah, they have Jota. Now they have Chiesa. What's the whole? Why are they signing? Why are they signing a forward, an attacker instead of a midfielder? Because I thought the midfield was much of a
yeah,
priority.
No, they do need a midfielder, and I'm sure that they're looking out for a midfielder. But you should know this was a very daring opportunity. It is very difficult to not pounce in such a situation. If you're buying
Mm,
a player of the quality of Federico Chiesa at 10 point something million pounds, and you're giving him a 4-year contract, and his wages are only 80,000 at Juventus. I mean, even the wages won't be in your way. That is an
correct.
opportunity that you must take as a football club, because it will add some steel to your side. Plus the formation of the Euros for the Champions League this season is going to give teams a bit more games, and you will need to have a strong squad. Anslot as a manager, that is what he prefers. He prefers a team that has very many attackers. Why? Because I know the tactics that he uses have evolved over time, but he prefers to create a hot zone in front of the
Yeah.
opponent's box. And when he
It's,
creates the hot zone
mm,
in front of the opponent's box, he prefers attackers or midfielders who have a very good football in the hot zone to be the point of penetration. Uh,
mm,
that brings in the question of Federico Chiesa looks like a player who is a starter. And Mo Salah is there, and Mo Salah is the informed player for Liverpool. So where does that leave Federico Chiesa in Ancelot's side? But you should know that even when Ancelot uses players, even when Ancelot does not really use wingers like
yeah.
uh, um, like Mo Salah and Federico Chiesa, he tries to use them as decoys. The form that Mo Salah is in, um, Ancelot has found out, using the evidence of the last two games, he has found out that it might be more difficult than he would like to only play whatever the midfielders in the hot zone. He has to involve Mo Salah in the play, and you have
Mm,
seen that the goals that Mo Salah has scored, even if he's coming in from the wings, he's not so far from the wings. He's actually just within the limits of the 18-yard box, and Sobosalai will always find him. He will always include him in the play.
I
And
like that
maybe
guy's name, Soboslai.
yeah, and maybe Federico Chiesa can be able to play along that line, even for Luis Diaz when Luis Diaz is not available,
All right.
or he
Thank you,
fights and finds
Josh.
his way into the team. And
Mm.
I had a rumor that Darwin Nunez might be leaving.
Oh, that way? No, no, no. I think, but I remember I told you. Remember, I told you he's
Yeah,
not Ancelot's favorite. He preferred
yeah,
Jota
yeah.
over Darwin. But yeah, still with
Yeah,
Heinik.
because
Shout
Jota
outs
is
to you.
a proper footballer.
Yeah.
He's
Nick
not just
says.
a
Nick says it's a good addition for Liverpool, and the price is kind of a bargain too. The only concern is he thinks he's injury prone. Well, hopefully he doesn't
yeah.
do what Lenny Yoro did for United fans right away. But I also think he's a good player, a great addition. So Josh, uh, where do you place him in the oh my God, in the Liverpool team? Where do
In
you
the
put
in
him?
the Liverpool team,
Yeah.
yeah, the fact that he can play across the front line, he can get any
Mm.
one of those places, but he's not his best position is the position that Mo Salah plays, and Mo Salah
Marcelo
is
plays.
the flagship player for for Liverpool. I don't see how Federico Chiesa can displace him. However, I do think that Federico Chiesa can push Luis Diaz.
Mm.
Yeah, I know Luis Diaz is
You
a
think?
very good player. He's efficient, but he cannot push Mo Salah. But Mo Salah being 32 years old, Mo Salah being
Yeah.
32 years old, the manager might choose to use him a bit differently than he was using him before. The only problem is Mo Salah is that type of player who is going to give you a goal each game. So the justification to even uh, whatever not play him
Yeah.
will be very difficult. He's going to make it very difficult for Federico Chiesa to come in and displace him. But it would be a good one, because if Federico Chiesa is on fire, I mean, like, he has to play 20 minutes, because the one in front of him is Mo Salah, who is arguably the best player at Liverpool. Then
Liverpool. Yeah.
he might just put in much more effort, and Liverpool fans will like the battle for the position, as each one will be performing to their best.
Well, we have Shamin Gaming saying your prediction for EPL top four. EPL top four. Okay, let me give you mine real quick. But it's a title. It's a close one between City. It's a close one between City and Arsenal. But I'll still go for
Yeah,
City. I'll go for Arsenal. I'll go for Liverpool if they keep playing the way they are playing. Fourth. I don't know. I'm spoiled for fourth. I don't know. Chelsea Maresca is confusing. Postecoglou is confusing. Eric Ten Hag likes trying out things a lot. Uh, I, I don't know. I don't have, but yeah, Josh, real quick, your top four.
for me,
You share
still
me.
Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Liverpool.
Ah, okay, yeah. Oh, you have Man United in your top four. I don't see them uh, getting into the top four. But
Yeah,
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 so
I
that's
do, I do, I do, I do believe. You see, the problem that I do have with Liverpool is because of this whole onslaught is dipping his feet in the water. I mean, yeah,
mm,
he can realize that the water is warm enough for him to keep his feet in for a while, but it might just take a toll on him. This being a new season, and the adaptation can just allow Liverpool to drop a few points here and there. But Liverpool is a very sound side this season. It's more scary than Arsenal, who is actually the contender for the title.
yeah. Well, we see gaming still asking, what do you think about Anthony? Anthony, we're speaking about Liverpool, best player in the world. Best player
uh,
who? Anthony who? Dos Santos, the
Shem-
one for United.
Shaming is gaming. Yeah, shaming
Yeah.
is
Oh,
gaming.
come on. Federico washes him.
I
Federico washes
know.
him. Yeah, washes him. He
No,
just
at
needs to
this
find his
point,
feet back
at this,
because you see, he's even lost his starting
yeah,
slot to Amad Diallo.
yeah.
Anyway, Josh, moving on from Federico, let's see another player that Liverpool officially announced yesterday. Very, very hard name. Giorgio Mamadashvili was
Georgi
officially.
Mamardashvili.
Some call him Mamad. Some call
Yeah,
him Mamad.
he's Georgian. He keeps
Yeah, he's Georgian. Well, he's been sent back on loan to
uh,
go. Yeah, because anyway,
yeah.
I don't see where he was going to play right now. But he's been sent back on loan. Uh, yeah, just please walk me through the player. Is it a good buy for Liverpool? He's not old. He's 25 years.
23, 23,
23, 25.
23.
Ah, 23. Oh my God. Yeah, 23, 23 years. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but Liverpool fans should actually be excited. You know, when your keeper in goal is Alisson,
Mm.
and they buy you a new keeper, you may not even care how good that keeper is. But Georgi Mamadashvili is a very good shot stopper. He's a very good shot stopper. He used to play as a sweeper keeper, but of late, his attributes to keep the ball out of goal and commanding his area is more stronger than the sweeper keeper thing. And it might just be the places that he's playing football at that they don't really play that style. The problem that he has is onslaught style of football. He prefers a keeper who is involved in the possession of the team and that in transition phases. He will want him to be much more on the ball, and he will want him to lead the transitions. But it's not that Georgie is not good on the ball. He actually has the skills to play neat passes here and there. It's just that it's not his strongest suit. He's a very good shot stopper. He commands his area very well, and that is a good thing in the Premier League, where these smaller teams are very good on set pieces. They can cross the ball,
Mm.
and yeah, you can be bullied in the
And he's
air,
going to
and
get.
it's 1-0.
He needs more time at Valencia. I think that's why they've sent him back. I've also checked. Not that he's going
He's
to
such a
unseat
decent
Allison
he's
very
such a
soon.
decent keeper. He's such a
Yeah,
decent keeper that bringing him to be on the bench and waiting for Allison is not good for
it's
his
unfair.
career, especially if you, yeah, it's not good for his
Mm.
career, especially when you plan to have him as a replacement for Allison.
You know, he made a record equaling to 21 saves back then in the group stages. You remember?
Yes, 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 yes. At the Euros.
Yeah. He was
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was very, very fantastic. He played so well.
Yeah, he was very fantastic at the Euros. He was I actually wanted him to join United at the time.
Don't say it. Don't say.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Anyway,
know. Shaming does not even understand how someone supports United. Because if he can
Sheming,
call Anthony the best
he
player,
says, where is Anthony sunglasses to protect him from the sun? Anthony wears sunglasses to protect the sun from him. Yeah, I didn't get that. And who? Shemin. I didn't get that. But yeah, Liverpool have completed and yesterday announced the signing of Mamardashvili. I'm still struggling with the name. Who's 23, arrived in a deal worth 25 million pounds with plus 4 in add-ons, uh, of which, of course, he has gone back on a long season loan to Valencia. He needs game time. He needs to be fit. He needs to play. I think they are preparing one of the keepers to leave. I don't know who it is at Liverpool. I don't think
it
it's
cannot be Allison.
no. I don't think it's Allison. I
Alison
don't know who it
Becker.
is.
You see, over time, there's been this these keepers that you think will be the best keeper of all time. Ever
Mm,
since the Gigi Buffons, we had Alison Becker, Ederson, Courtois, Oblak,
yeah.
Manuel Neuer, and Tastagen. Yeah. Then came Donnarumma. Donnarumma has played almost 10 seasons already at 25 years old, but
Mm,
he's not yet the keeper that I thought he would be at 18, because I saw his frame at 18, and I thought this is a keeper that you must have. But modern football had other ideas, and it intends a keeper to be much more than just keeping the ball out with his hands. He must also be able to play the ball, and that is not the strongest suit of Donnarumma. But next in line of all the keepers that I've mentioned is this kid, Giorgi Mamardashvili.
mm,
He really has a high ceiling. Is good at the things that he does. He's capable of playing the ball from the back. He commands his area very well, which is a good thing to have for Onslaught. It's just that the only weakness that I see is Onslaught will want him to do much more than just threading neat passes. He has to be able to be involved in the transition phases.
I was also checking earlier. Liverpool currently now has 4 keepers. They have, of course, Alisson, Giorgio. I prefer the hard name.
Kera,
Mamardashvili, who just joined Kerala,
uh,
and Marcelo Pitaluga. So they currently have 4 keepers. I think one of them, uh,
mm,
has to, or in other words, they want to let one of them go. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's a great signing for Liverpool. It's even good that he's been loaned back to Valencia, get more game time,
Yeah.
get more game time. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, but I'm so happy that finally Liverpool has made a signing. Liverpool fans were crying. Liverpool fans were mourning on internet. Liverpool fans were complaining. But I'm
But
so happy that finally they have a
they've
signing.
gotten two in a
Two,
trice.
actually two. Yeah,
They've
two,
gotten
very
two
quick.
in a trice. Yeah.
And that shows
But
you how
the thing
serious
though
the
is
club is.
Richard Hughes. Yeah, but Richard Hughes should actually keep his ear on the ground before the 31st, before Saturday, because
Mm,
I don't think that Liverpool has a good enough midfield
mm,
that's in depth to be able to compete on four fronts, especially
mm,
with the new format of the Champions League. They do need a midfielder. They did not get
mm.
Zubimendi, but they must look at options. They must have a body, someone better than Rabiot. I mean, I don't see what Liverpool would be doing to improve their side if they are bringing in Rabiot.
By the way, there was that rumor. I hope they are not serious about Rabiot because I don't see how he has. They are very good. Oh, but they are trying to reinforce the midfield. Liverpool still needs to sign, someone to help McAllister. They really need to sign a very good midfielder. I don't know who
Yeah,
they are going to sign.
Gravenbach has so far done a good job.
No, he has done. Yeah, he has
Uh,
done a good job,
yeah,
a
he has so
decent
far
job.
done a good job because I did not think that Gravenbach would be able to do that because from the time that we saw him, he was more comfortable having someone do that for him, and
Mm,
he plays box to box, but he's a much better player in the sixth role than McAllister is because McAllister has very questionable positioning. He does not want to be still. He does not want to be in that area. But Gravenbach has done it in the first two games, and it was good to see. It was good to see. But Liverpool still needs another midfielder. They do need a midfielder, someone better than Rabiot. There were rumors that they could just get Rabiot because he's on loan. Sorry,
I see.
he's a free agent.
Oh, I see Shamin says, I think he's talking to Nick in the comment section. He says he's a Man City fan. He says he's a Man City fan. Glad to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you,
Good to have
Shamin.
you, Shaman.
Yeah, Josh. Again, you think Rabiot is going to come through, or Rabiot is going to come through for Liverpool? Are they going to get him?
Liverpool. No, you see the
Because
the,
the
the
Roma won't go
solutions.
away. The Roma won't
Yeah,
go
but
away.
the solutions. It's only because the solutions that Richard Hughes is he has made an opportunistic buy with Federico Chiesa.
Yeah,
He
because
was
he
there.
was surplus the other side.
Yes,
He
and he
was
was
told to
there.
move,
He was cheap. The salary is good, and then he brought him on.
and
The problem with Rabiot, even if Rabiot
mm,
is on a free agent, Rabiot's salary is too high, and Rabiot's agent,
yeah.
that is his mother, is not
I remember
very
at
easy
some
to
point,
deal with.
yeah, at some point he was supposed to be joining United, but his wages were too high, and United walked out of the deal. Although this
Yeah,
time it
and
looks like
I
he's,
hope I hope they never get back
I
onto
mean,
that
he really
wagon.
wants to leave.
He's on a free. He's a free agent. That's why
He's
he's
really not a fan.
looking for a place to go. Yeah, but Rabiot is not going to add
Mm,
weight. It's okay. It's just another body that you've added to your team, but he's not going to add any strength to your side.
yeah. All right. I see someone else saying uh, who Shamin is very active. He says he's from Bangladesh. Shout outs to you. I think I know Dhaka. I've been to
Oh,
Dhaka
nice
before,
to
by the
see
way.
you. Nice to
I'll tell
hear
you about
from
it sometime.
you.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you that story sometime, Shamin. But yeah,
of I
Josh,
didn't get that.
if we look at, sorry,
I didn't get that. You tell him the
no, I'm
story.
saying, no, I'm saying I'll tell Shamin that story. I was that side. I was there for like a
Oh,
weekend.
okay,
Yeah,
sure, sure,
for
sure.
just a few days. Uh, yeah, Josh. I think okay. Now, Josh, real quick, as we wind up the Liverpool topic or podcast today, everyone wants to know. Everyone is asking. I mean, the last time I'm asking this, we've seen two games. They've played so well in the pre-seasons. Anslot, the tactics are spot on. By the way, he doesn't fidget. Although I did notice, we talked about it last time. Uh, I did notice that during the game that they won last weekend, beating 2-0 Brentford, I think we also Trent Arnold sulking after he was subbed off. Where does that leave the manager? I mean, for a manager to make a strong or a valid, I won't call it a point, but for him to stamp his authority in the club, he needs to, that's indiscipline, and he needs to deal with
No,
it right away.
I don't think it's in discipline. I mean, it makes for good news and good headlines for the media houses, but I don't think it's a bad thing if a manager substitutes a player and the player shows his dissatisfaction in coming off. Because ideally, if I were a manager and I brought you off and you remonstrated in some way that shows that you didn't want to come off, I'm actually excited that
Mm,
that's how you feel. You felt that you could actually impact the game in more other ways had you been given more minutes on the pitch. That's a good thing to
mm,
see. But what I don't like is where a player comes off and is not even concerned.
mm.
You can say the way Bruno Fernandes came off and he appeared to be smiling and laughing,
No,
no
he
matter
wasn't
what
really
it
laughing.
was, you know.
He wasn't
No,
laughing,
okay, he
Josh.
wasn't laughing, but yes, he wasn't laughing, but he was he appeared not to be very concerned with that is also not a bad thing because maybe
No, he
you
was
do
smiling
believe that
because the
the
fans
player
were
that has come
singing.
on is
Josh,
capable enough of changing
he
the
was
game.
smiling because the fans were
Was
chanting
singing
his
his
name. Yeah, that's why he was. He gave that.
uh,
I won't call it a smirk, but he gave that weird smile. At one point,
mm,
the commentator was also confused. Was like, "Is he happy because this is happening? Is he sulking?" Then later on,
you
he
should know,
corrected also himself.
yeah.
Mm,
But you should know that Trent Alexander-Arnold will not get the will not get one over the manager. The manager will always win. The manager
yeah, no
brought
player is
off
bigger than the club.
Kwanzaa. Yeah, the manager brought off Kwanzaa after
Mm,
45 minutes in his first game because Kwanzaa, the manager felt Kwanzaa was not doing enough to stop the aerial
and that
duels.
was very
Now,
good. That is
Kwanzaa,
him stamping his
yes,
authority. That
that
was very good.
exactly. But guess what? Kwanzaa attempted four and he won two. He lost two duels, but that was enough for the manager to say, "I do not like what I see," because he was being bullied in those two duels. So he brought him off, and
Mm,
Kwanzaa is taking his time. He's learning the trade. Maybe he's younger, so it's easier for him to accept his position. But Trent Alexander-Arnold actually will. I do believe he accepts his position and he knows that that's his manager and the manager's word is final.
well,
There's no bad blood there. There's no
there are
love
rumors
lost.
that he might still join Real Madrid. There are rumors.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
it
know.
makes for good headlines. It makes for good headlines. But this late in the window, and
Yeah,
Liverpool has not moved in to acquire services of someone who could replace a player like Trent Alexander-Arnold, because that's a
yeah.
player that you will need to do a lot of homework before you replace, because he has been one of the most outstanding players in the time he has been at Liverpool. So I would still want to see Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mohamed Salah at Liverpool,
Liverpool.
especially under Anslot, because Anslot loves players with a good football brain, and these two do have a good football brain. And technically, Alexander Trent-Arnold, I don't think there's a better passer of the ball in the Premier League than him.
Oh, come on, Josh. Really?
Believe you me, as in Who do you want to pick? We can go.
No,
I
I know.
don't think there's
I
a
know. At
better
one point,
person.
he used to be called Mr. Assist. Is it Mr. Assister or something like that?
Yeah, I
But
mean, he's that good. He's that good.
mm,
That does not take away the limitations that he has, but he's a great passer of the ball, and he seems to know Mohamed Salah's movement even with his eyes closed.
yeah, that is true. That is true. I also think uh, Liverpool again are in a very, very great position, as I've said, considering how games went during the preseason. The two games we've seen, Mo Salah right from the preseason even up to now, he keeps on going on the score sheet. He looks fresh. He has muscles on. By the way, he's not the other one that used to be bullied by defenders. I think he was advised being the fact that he's playing in the Premier League, and he looks very fresh. Honestly, he looks like a new signing. Uh,
He does.
then
He
then you
does
have,
look the freshest he has ever looked.
yeah, then you have Federico joining also, to give more support in the attacking areas. Maybe they need to get someone else. Yeah, the midfield is lacking, but I'm not I'm a bit concerned about Van Dijk this season. It's like he's
Kwanzaa
slightly
is a good.
deteriorating.
No, 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 no. He's not. He's not one bit. Well, what would you
Anyway,
give? What would give you the impression that Van Dijk is deteriorating?
he didn't have a good one
Because
last season.
yeah, but the Euros, he was comfortable at the Euros.
Yeah, he
Yes, he
was, he
could have
was, he
made a
was.
mistake, one or two, but he was comfortable at the Euros. And Konate is a good player too. I mean, and
Wait, is it
Kwanzaa,
Konate
Kwanzaa
who
is such
headed
a talent.
the first goal? Josh, the first goal against Brentford. Was it Konate who headed the ball out of the box? In that run, uh,
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
run,
yeah.
the
It was
pass,
Konate.
the goal, the
It was
execution.
Konate. Yes, yes,
It was
beautiful,
Konate, yeah?
beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. That's
The
why you see that.
execution, Diaz,
That's why
what
you
a
see that
finish.
much as like the writing seems to be on the wall for what would happen to Man United on Sunday against Liverpool. It is it might be quite a different thing because these are two managers who are very exuberant in the things that they do. And Onslaught, it just might to me it looks like it will be a very high scoring game.
Well, it looks like he's the only Dutch. He's the current. How many Dutch managers are in EPL currently? We have Anslot,
That is Onslaught, Eric Ten Hag.
Eric Ten
Yeah,
Hag.
and I think that's it. Yeah.
Well, it looks like out of the two, he's the only one that is doing things right. He's not making mistakes. He's not taking players. I'm sorry, Man United fans.
Well, he has won
He's
six
not
points. He
gambling.
has won he has won 6 out of 6, and
And
he
do
needs
not be
he needs
surprised. Do not be surprised if Federico is on the bench this
no,
weekend.
that will be very surprising.
Yeah.
That will
Anyway.
be very surprising if
Yeah,
Federico
guys.
is there.
Yeah, guys. Thank you so much, everyone that has been tuning and tuned in, watching, streaming along with us. Isaac, Josh, Sports Jazz. Please hit the like button, subscribe, like our channel, share the videos. Liverpool versus Man United this weekend on Sunday. Premier League. I was going to say Clash of the Titans, but it's unfair to Liverpool to call Man United a Titan right now. So I expect United to whoop Liverpool, but we are going to come back in the preview on Friday, and we talk about the game. Thank you so much once again, whoever's been tuned in. Sports Jazz, Isaac and Josh, like and share our videos, subscribe. Cheers. Signing out.
Cheers, guys.